Exactly.
ベアトリーチェ復活の儀式とかわけのわかんないことを言った。
ならこれで13人が生贄に捧げられて
That's not a good thing.
もうベアトリーチェは蘇った頃だよ。
ああ、なら上等だ。
Yeah, let's throw a fucking party.
ベアトリーチェもまとめて一緒にぶちこ。
マリアたちは儀式を生き残った。
I don't give a fuck.
だからベアトリーチェに黄金鏡に招待してもらえるんだよ。
Who the fuck's alive? Actually. Oh, Goto, Kumasawa, Kenzo.
そこではね。
Those are the other three.
家族を殺されたのが辛いなら生き返らせてもらえばいいのに。マリアはそうするつもりだよ。黒い魔女に取り憑かれていない本当に優しい本当のママを蘇らせてもらうんだ。
Yeah, that's great on Maria, but I shouldn't have to suffer their death first.
だからママはもうずっとマリアと一緒。お仕事とかで残業も休日出勤も何もないの。ずっとマリアと一緒にいてくれてマリアのことだけを考えてくれてマリアのために恐ろしい敵といつも戦ってくれるの。
お前どうかしてるぜ。
God damn it, Battler.
なんでこの状況でそんなわけわかんねえことを言ってられるんだ。
バトラは今魔女を信じろと言われたはずなのに。
How would you know what she's talking about, though? Did you overhear us?
くそ、こんなとこでマリアと口喧嘩してる場合じゃねえぜ。
Seriously, though, did she overhear me and Kyrie talking? If not, then this whole thing's been like a fucking plot. Or something. Because there'd be no way for her to know ahead of time that Kyrie said that. I mean, I already don't think that Maria saw Kenzo. I'm already thinking just, you know, Beatrice told him. Quote Beatrice. By the way. That, oh, just tell him that Kenzo gave this to you. You know, just that bullshit.
もう人質も何も誰も生き残っちゃいねえんだ。もうクソくだらねえ。おかしな儀式もゲームもおしまいだぜ。ここからは俺の好きにさせてもらう。まだ生きてる奴がいるかもしれない。
No, they aren't. Well, actually, no, they probably are because they haven't been proclaimed in red. So they probably are alive.
あるいは隠れてる奴がいるかもしれない。片っ端から調べて見つけ出しぶちのめしてやるぜ。
An enraged battler grabbed his hat, stand, spear, and flew out the room. Yeah, that hat, spear. Hat, stand, spear. Maria watched him go, looking bored. You're lucky I haven't fucking stabbed you with it. At that time, the phone rang out again. Maria stood up and grabbed the receiver. Oh, god damn it. Of course, the sound of the phone was also reached Battler's ears as he was about to dash out of the house. With a violent forcefulness, he turned around and dashed into the cousin's room.
Maria!
I don't know. With a terrifying look on his face, Battler yelled at Maria, who was on the phone. You couldn't blame him. Right now, the only humans left alive on the island were himself, Maria, Goda, and Kumasawa. Yeah, okay. But there was no way those two could call after being locked up in the gardening storehouse. Yeah, I think he forgot Kenzo, for one thing. Which meant that there was only one person left. It had to be Kenzo. And also, if everyone else is really dead. After continuing a pleasant chat with the person on the other end of the phone for a while, Maria slowly turned to face Battler. Then, with an unsettling expression on her face, she started laughing. It felt almost as though the person on the other end of the line was chatting about Battler. I'd just take the phone from her. Battler couldn't imagine that this was the case. After all, it was inconceivable that Maria would talk intimately with Kenzo, and that she would be chatting about Battler with that eerie smile on her face. It's obviously going to be, quote, Beatrice. So, just what kind of person would be on the phone? Who could make Maria chat with a smile like that? At that time, in the back of his mind, the words Kyrie had spoken to him drifted up. If a witch does appear, there's no need to doubt it. Just believe that it exists. Don't dampen the mood. That's still suspicious.
バトラー、今帰ってきたよ。せっかちだよね。
Can you stop laughing about me?
マリア、その電話の相手は誰だ？誰なんだ？
変わる？うん。はい、バトラー。
After getting the consent of the person on the other end, she held out the receiver to Battler.
はい。
She held the receiver out for him to take it, as though it was perfectly normal. Battler hesitated just a little bit before taking the receiver. After all, by accepting the existence of the person at the other end, he'd have no choice but to acknowledge them. As Kyrie said, there's no longer any need to doubt that they exist. There's always a need. Battler took the receiver. As he did, Maria briskly left the room. Battler, who was a bit scared to find out for sure who was on the other end of the receiver, questioned Maria before taking the call.
おい、どこへ行くんだよ。
マリアのテストの場所だよ。後ろ宮家の当主はバトラかマリアか。
Yeah, good fucking luck. Never mind, she would sacrifice the entire family and do it with her own hands.
いいか、殺されるぞ。
殺されないよ。
Oh yeah, she'll be fine. She's gonna die.
儀式はもう終わってるもの。
Except it's not.
それに殺されても蘇らせてもらえるし。
Okay, go get yourself killed. Have fun.
当主になってもなれなくても、もう私たちは黄金鏡に招いてもらえる。
Fuck the Golden
じゃあね、
Land.
お先に。
待てよ、マリア。
Battler stretched his hand out to Maria's back as she left, but the cord of the receiver he was gripping stopped him just like a chain. Throw the spear. He readied himself. Battler put the receiver to his ear. Why, hello there.
もしもし。
I'm fine.
Oh, good lord. At least I like the music. Oh, never mind, it actually has lyrics now. So now I can say song. Jesus. Ah, it's been a while. Screwed up mocking English filled his ears. It was the voice of a woman he didn't know. Who was it? The inside of his head was starting to freeze up. Who was it?
Yes, I'm fine.
Stop. What the fuck are you on?
てめえは誰だ？答えやがれ。
No.
叫んじゃねえよ。てめえは誰だ？クソジジイの手先か。
ひどい言いざまではない。わらわのトリックだろ
I'm hanging up now. That laugh didn't sound like it was aimed at Battler. It was almost as though Kento was right next to the phone cackling as well.
名を名乗りやがれ。てめえは誰だ？何者だ？
当ててみろよ。ハワイにご招待するぜ。
Are you high?
ったぜ。おお、さあ、今日まで長い日々だった。マジで1000年も待ったぜ。今日という日をよ。おかげさまをもちまして、わらは大復活。サンキュー金蔵。特別にさっきの待った。聞いてやってもいいぜ。
やれやれ、上機嫌にも程があろう。
Yeah, she's a little out of it.
もう少しは淑女らしく振る舞わんか。
Ginzo and Beatrice face each other over the chessboard on the reception table. There's an expensive cheese and snacks to go with drinks, and there were several empty wine bottles lined up. Oh, she's drunk. Beautiful. As Beatrice rolled around on the sofa in an unseemly way, she happily held a wine glass in one hand, and was probably completely drunk.
今日は最高にご機嫌だから大サービスだ。
Beatrice, go home. I'm hanging up now.
おいおい、銀座。こんな年代物のキスワインなんか飾ってんなよ。1947年ものかよ。今日開けなくていつ開けるつもりだ。
Tomorrow.
それをアビセックして遊ぼうぜ。
No, thank you.
焚き火で殴りっこもしよう。
それは愉快だ。浮かれすぎであるぞ。羽目も外しすぎだ。
金蔵だって。わらわに再会できて嬉しいだろ。
I'd prefer if you weren't completely blasted out of your mind.
シャバだ。うちよだ。わらわの肉体万歳。
Just hang up. I mean, I've had plenty of conversations with people that were drunk, and it's just better to hang up the phone at that point. It's just, I'm gonna let you sober up a little bit at least. Then you can talk to me.
お前がベアトリーチェだとでも言うのかよ。
お前とあれだけ何度も何度も憎まれ口を叩き合ってきたのに、こうしてゲーム中に盤上で会話をしたのは初めてだな。何やらとても新鮮だ。
Didn't we have a conversation in the second episode though? Which indicates that it might not have been in the second episode that Beatrice actually, at least in the game board sense, won or resurrected. She might have actually died in the second game. Or maybe not, I could be fucking wrong.
ふざけるな。何がベアトリーチェだ。黄金の魔女だと。いい加減にしろ。どこにいやがれ。そこにクソジジイも一緒にいるのか。てめえらまとめてぶっ飛ばしてやら。今どこにいやがるんだ。答えやがれ。
わらわに会いたいのか。
If I could take the test with one of your steaks, I would be much more happy. Don't worry, he's going to die in, I don't know, give it anywhere, any day now. I don't give a fuck. That's nice. Hangs up the phone.
銀蔵気が変わったマリアのテストにわらわはいるそうなった
なんと気まぐれな。で、お前がバトラーをテストするというのか。
Poor Battler.
いいだろうあいつさお前の若い時に来ちゃうんだよ安心しろ浮気なんかしないってあいつと二人きりになるのは今だわらわはいつだってお前と二人きりだろ
Stop.
だがもうわらわを
What?
四六時中束縛するのは勘弁しろよ
What? What? I don't need to know this stuff. I really don't want to know the kinks of the old guy. Oh, of course become the successor. Come on, I've already become it, right? She is certainly drunk. Again, I'm more interested in the other demons. Sorry, Beatrice.
このクソったらない酔っ払いめ。迎え酒には俺の熱いパンチをくれてやる。
Are you kidding? I'm stabbing the shit out of her with that spear.
笑って待ってやがる。
Battler impulsively slammed the receiver down. There was no need to talk through it anymore. I'll meet her face to face and settle this. No, I like that music. Song. I took the spear I'd made from the hat stand. I still would have secured knives to the end of it. And went outside without even an umbrella. It's hard to imagine that a young woman calling herself Beatrice is waiting for me alone. I should probably assume that as Goda and the rest said, she'll be waiting with support troops. Going alone would be reckless. I headed for the gardening storehouse first. I need all the help I can get. Goda is big, so I can probably count on him for some firepower. Kumasawa's knowledge and the familiarity with the terrain as a senior servant might become a huge weapon. George is dead. They took the key and probably killed both of them. Both of them have master keys and they know more about the mansion than I do. They'll be pretty reliable allies. As I banged on the shutter and called out for them to open it, I remembered there was nothing they could do from inside. I would have to get the key back from there before opening the door. I rounded the corner and knocked on the small lattice window there and opened it. Are they dead? The scene in the shed lit by a dim light bulb was very strange. From a low ceiling beam hung two thick ropes. Oh god. They were hung? And at the ends, Goda and Kumasawa were hanging by their necks. Ah. Is that like a bucket of blood down there? It was a dim cramp between the various pieces of equipment strewn about, so I couldn't make out the situation clearly. But when they showed not even a tremor after I called out to them, and because the way the loops around their necks seemed to carry the full weight of their bodies, I could sense no trace of life about them.
そんな嘘だろどうして
The shutter was still closed, and there was only a single key which had supposedly been given to Goda. Oh yeah, that's right, Goda had it. Oh, someone might have come by. So how did the culprit open the shutter and killed them both of them inside? Goda might have given the key to him and said, hey, we have like something working or something, or hey, these people are, you know, aren't dead or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe they're... Well, if it was a plot and people actually didn't die, or not all of them actually died in that hall, Goda and Kumasawa would have been in on it, and Zace might have said, hey, we're gonna get, you know, you gotta get out of there. He gives up the key, the culprit opens, ends up, you know, possibly strangling Goda. Kumasawa's freaking out. An accomplice strangles her, and then they tie him up, or knock him out, both of them, and then hang him. Something along those lines. No, wait, they weren't necessarily killed if this is a suicide. That way this closed room makes sense, but I don't know why they would hang themselves and commit suicide. Feebly, I stumbled back to the spot. Back on that spot. Now the only humans alive on this island are me, Marie, and that old damn geezer. Incorrect. Because Beatrice is alive. No, there's also that insane woman calling herself Beatrice. There's Murray, who had acted like the witch's ally from the very beginning. And that geezer, the ringleader who revived the witch. And the witch herself. What the hell? By now I might as well be the only one on this island. Using my pole as a cane, I feebly rose. Damn, I can't do it like this. I've got to avenge everyone. Might as well cry while I can, so that my frail emotions will be squeezed out with tears. Then I straightened up and gazed into the darkness in the direction of the mansion. At the entrance to the mansion, the witch is waiting. I'll go and settle this. I'll find the source of this weird, insane night and crush her with my own hands. I want to know how Kumasawa and Goda die. Or are they not really dead? I mean, come on, you can't really fake a hanging. Well, you can. They really don't want it. People really discourage it because it's really easy to fuck up, though. Amidst the pouring rain, I walked through the rose garden without an umbrella, letting myself get soaked. I could see the arbor on the other side. According to Jessica, had seen that George had also been killed. Well, by this point, there's no need to worry about the lives of any hostages. I left the path aiming for the arbor. Then I saw George's weather-beaten corpse.
Aniki.
First actual death. Oh, God. His corpse was found in the rose garden arbor. There was a single hole right in the center of his forehead. It's probably reasonable to assume he was shot with a gun or something similar. It's a brand of humiliation marking his defeat, the gap. Anything on this side? Anything new at least? Or does the goat have anything? No. Jesus. Oh, hey, George. Oh, I don't see the hole in your head, so got that going for you. The corpse was in front of the arbor. If he had died under the arbor, he might have at least been spared being beaten down by the rain. He can drag his body in there. If Anaki's forehead was a gaping hole as though he'd been shot with a gun. He probably was. Perhaps because the rain had washed everything away, his face wasn't covered with blood, so he looked almost like he was sleeping. However, his clothes were stained with the deep red, and there were still signs that a large amount of blood had flowed out. How happy I'd be if he were sleeping or else pretending to be dead. But even though the rain sprayed against Anaki's eyes, they remained open. And the hole in his forehead was no joke, but absolutely real. Again, if there's an objective, narration that shows a death, I'll believe it. I don't need a red for that. But I need objective narration to prove that. Sorry, Battler, I don't trust your perspective, buddy. You're not exactly the most sane person out here. So, I don't like people involved. Anyone that's involved, I can't really trust their narration all that much. If it's a third party, I can trust them. Like in Angie's perspective, I can trust her perspective because she doesn't have skin in the game in this sense. If this was all from her perspective, it would make much more sense. Or at least, I'd hope it would. I'd believe it more. Because she's not part of it. She's not part of the game board. There had been a faint chance that even Goda and Kumasawa hanging by their necks in the guarding shed had been playing a bad joke. But that naive possibility had now been completely denied. He doesn't have a stake, though. This whole thing is completely different. There's no stake in him. Why isn't there a stake? He should have one. Oh no, this is the two that were close. Never mind. He shouldn't have one. Oops. I still want to see the other bodies, though. All of them. And I'll be very interested to see if they give another Cannon's dead red with his body missing. I'll be very interested to see that. As I looked at this corpse, I became completely sure, just as Goda had once said. The enemy had come to take lives like pieces on a chessboard. That damn witch said everything over the phone. Something about us being on a game board. The lightning caused the mansion's vast shadow to rise up. Finally, the mansion. As the massive shape came into view, there was no silhouette of any person. It seemed that there weren't any underlings waiting for me in a pack or anything like that. According to Kyrie, there was a massive amount of attendants with goat heads. At least for now, I couldn't sense a large group of them hiding and staring at me. What is this? Beneath the roof of the entrance, there's something set down. If it's someone's head, I'm fucking freaking. Oh my god, no. What's in the box? God damn it, no. Why'd it have to be a box after I just said it's a head? Fuck. God damn you, game. It looked like the kind of small box that girls often keep trinkets in. Even more fucked up. Or maybe it was some kind of extravagant cigar case you'd find in the reception room. Let's light it up. Either way, it didn't look like something that should be here. It clearly looked as though I was being told to open it. But for some reason, opening something being offered to me was irritating. However, it didn't look like we'd get anywhere if I didn't open it. Could it be that it's set up with some trap to make it explode when I open it? Thinking things like that, forgetting even to come under the overhang, I continued to glare at the box, still beaten down upon by the rain. I'd fucking open it. Fuck it, right? Then mixed in with the thunder was some kind of music. It sounded like that. It was the tone of the big clock. It was the tone of the big clock in the hall announcing midnight. It was also a sound announcing that this insane day, October 4th, had finally ended. and that the much more incredible, insane day of October 5th had begun. That sound quieted, and I could hear an eerie laugh coming out of nowhere. What could have happened? And I'm interested to see if this happened. Kyrie said, oh, like the time hadn't changed much. Is it possible? Let's say all the weird shit happened. When they were being drugged and dragged down, it was actually a day later. Is that possible? I know Battler's saying, you know, the 5th or whatever. But is it possible that, you know, they were out for like an entire day? But it only seemed like, you know, a couple minutes. I got the feeling that the voice was coming from the heavens when I looked up at the sky. I mean, I doubt it. What I saw there was a woman I'd never seen before. No, it's not true that I never saw her before. I saw her once today. Yes, in the portrait inside the mansion. The clothes were different, but the face was just like the witch of the portrait. Who am I kidding? I already know who this person is. Yeah, I'm throwing that spear and hitting her in the fucking head. I still haven't sobered up yet. From the second floor balcony, leaning out under an umbrella and waving as high-spiritedly, was without a doubt the witch of the portrait, Beatrice. Was the plan for the boss to take a bird's-eye view and let the goat underlings torture me to death? I adjusted my grip on the spear, and imagined goats creeping out of nearby shadows in the entrance and surrounding me. I raised my guard in all directions. What about demon state girls that stab people? She's drunk, of course she's gonna babble. Which is why you move all your pieces onto white. A really good piece.
飛車プラス角だろ。言いてえことはこうか。今やお前は黒い魔女幻想のマスだけでなく白い人間世界のマスにまで自由に侵食できるようになった。
その通り。そなたはわらわの眷属である黄金の蝶たちが存在するマスのことを魔女幻想と呼ぶ。 知っておるぞ。だからこそわらわはこうしてとうとう白きマスへ降臨した。安心しろよ。黄金の蝶もヤギたちも悪魔も魔女も後でいっぱい呼んでやるぜ。そなたが望むならわらわの黄金鏡へ招待してやる。そこで何でも願いを叶えてやろうぜ。
My wish is that I never died in the first place.
どうやらこの島のチェス盤はインク壺でもぶっかけちまったみたいだな。
なるほど、それも愉快な表現よ。すぐにそなたもそのインクに染まるぞ。やがては真っ黒に染まる、必ず黒き金になる。そなたは今インクの海に溺れる哀れな存在であるな。
いや違う。島がてめえのインク壺で全て真っ黒に染まっちまったことは認めるが、白いマスが残ってるぜ。
ほう、どこ？
Right here, bitch.
俺の足の裏にだぜ。お前の魔法のインクが島中を覆い尽くそうと。俺いけん。この島が真っ黒に染まろうと俺は俺だ。白いマスをこうして踏みしめて立っている。
There you go, Battler. That's the spirit. It's strange. Until a second ago, I was shivering all over. But now that she's appeared openly right before my eyes like this, my terror has actually lessened. Interesting. Ghosts are most terrifying when you can only sense them. When you see them, they have a face you can plant your fist into. There's nothing scary about it. However, she's definitely isn't an interesting or a friendly person. She can kill me instantly by snapping her fingers while rolling around giggling. Whether we interpret the result of her snapping her fingers as magic flying at me or underlings showing up to shoot me, it doesn't matter. Anyway, whether this is a fantasy or mystery, that queen is in a position where she can kill me by just snapping her fingers. I see. So does this mean she's the queen of this island, who reigns over both the white and black squares?
さあ、この雨の中、そなたが風邪をひくまで待つのも面白い。そろそろ本題に入る。
And give me my test. Can't really sacrifice anyone now.
そこに箱があるのよ。
Oh.
そなたへのテスト。その中に。
待ちな。俺はもう今さら次期当主が誰かなんてくだらねえゲーム興味ねえぞ。俺のゲームだ。クソジジイとお前とみんなを殺した奴ら全員にそれぞれ顔面パンチをぶち込むことだ。
それはよい、それはよい。ならばほら、早く来いよ。ほらほら、パンパン。
絶対安全な場所に嫌がるからって余裕ぶっこきやがって。今からそこに行くぞ。首を洗って待ってやがれ。
ああ、ダメだ。鍵がかかっている。
What?
もちろん窓もすべて鎧戸を下ろしてやる。そなたが短期で切り込める。わらわの城は脆くはない。
I tried opening the door to the entrance anyways, but it really was locked. When I looked around, I noticed that the shutters were closed on the windows after all. Normally, those wouldn't be closed. Fuck the shutters, I can break them.
用意周到なやつだぜ。鍵はどこだ？
Goda and Kumasawa probably had master keys, but they were in the closed room of the gardening shed. I can only give up for now.
くそ。やつもバカじゃねえってか。
そんなにわらわのすぐ隣に来たいのかい？いいぞ。そなたがテストに見事合格できたら越見を許そうではない。合格ということ。 そなたこそが次期当主。わらわの肉体も魂もどう扱おうとそなたの自由。
If it gives me cool powers, I'm down for it.
わらわは所詮は後ろ宮家の家具なのだから。
どうや
I think she really is Shannon. Because, you know, the whole, you know, oh, she's the family's furniture. Shannon's a family's furniture if you really want to get down to it. I think she really is. Getting more and more sure.
テストってやつをどうしてもやらせたいらしいな。いいぜ、受けて立ってやら。合格したら最初のご褒美はてめえに顔面パンチだぜ。
それは怖い怖い。だが暴力に支配されるのも嫌いではないぞ。わらわの頭をこうわしづかみにして普通に表情を歪めさせ、たかがその爪で獲物を引き裂きかきむしるようにわらわを蹂躙してくれよ。ああ、若き日の金蔵をもう一度思い出させておくれ。わらわにこの1000年の生涯でただ一度支配され屈服し家具に落ちる喜びを教えてくれたあの日のことを思い出させてくれよ。
酔っ払いね。拉致がわかんない。
Just open the goddamn box. Ignoring the stupidly smiling witch, I picked up the box.
そうだ、それを開く。中に手紙がある。それを読むのだ。
I opened it. There was a faint smell of cigarettes. Apparently, it really had originally been a cigar case. But there were no cigarettes or cigars inside. If it was a cigar case, wouldn't it smell like cigars? Instead, there was a Western envelope with a one-winged eagle crest. When I opened that too, there was a letter inside it. There was another envelope, and then another envelope. I looked up at the witch. She was grinning down at me. It seemed she was looking forward to seeing what kind of reaction I'd have to the contents. Damn, just perfect. Its contents were something like this. Among the 3 mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. Your life, oh my god. Blank's life. Everyone else's lives. If you do not choose 1, all the above will be lost. I'll get rid of Blank's life. Fuck Blank.
なんだこりゃ。随分と物騒なことが書かれてるぞ。それより2番目が空欄になってて、誰の命か分かりゃしない。
その2番、そのものの最も愛するものの名が。
Guess I don't love anyone the most.
ジェシカのテストにはカノン、ジョージのテストにはシャノンの名が入り、彼らについては思い人がはっきりしていたからあらかじめ名前を記入してやれもしたが、そなたの思い人をわらわは知らん。だから誰の名を書けばいいやらわからず空欄とさせてもらう。
I can fuck around with this and just tell you who I, quote, love the most. And then just sacrifice him. Easy. Number 2.
そいつはちょうどいいや。愛してるぜ、ベアトリーチェ。
Ha!
お前の名前をここに突っ込んで。
Get fucked.
だから俺が選ぶ選択肢は2番だ。これでいいか？
おいおい、茶化すな茶化すな。なあ、頼むよバトラー。じゃないとテストにならぬではないか。
悪いな。俺に特定の女はいねえぞ。仮にいたって。
Exactly.
誰がお前なんぞに話すもんか。
I would lie and just say I had feelings for someone else and then kill them.
そういうことでは、このテストはそなたに成立せぬ。
I mean, you could pick someone that's already dead. Oh, I'm sorry. I have really fucked up feelings towards one of my family members. I mean, that kind of bullshit. It's like, whatever.
そなたの思い人がどのような女、好みくらいは気になったのだがな。
If you listen to me talk, you'll probably be able to pick out who I would enjoy more.
俺が黒髪長髪のまな板少女がいいって言ったらどうするよ。
I agree with the long hair, but None of the above.
お前とは一つも
After
一致
that.
しねえぜ。
嘘をつけ、このおっぱいソムリエが金髪のダイナマイトバディがいいんだろ。
Not that's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Not going to
お
lie.
前の3サイズを当てるのが次期投手のテストだってんなら喜んで挑戦してやるぜ。
Jesus, Battler.
そうそう、次期投手のテストであったな。そなたと喋るのが楽しくて、ついついさっきから脱線してしまうわ。
But I do prefer blondes, I will say that. I
それで
do.
は
And you
次期
you
投
can
手
tell
の
when
テスト
usually
を
the
始める。
choices. Okay, is this going to be the legit test or the fake test? No, because this is the fake test because we just don't have all the answers.
そなたに後ろ宮家次期投手としての資格があるかどうかを問う。
Okay, real test time. Okay,
心して答えるがよい。
I won't. The witch who had been joking around like she was drunk until a second ago suddenly regained her dignity. Looks like someone sobered up. She looked as though she truly had stepped out of that majestic portrait.
我こそは後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師、黄金の魔女にして無限の魔女ベアトリーチェ。後ろ宮家の家督と我が黄金のすべてを継承する資格があるかどうか、
You fucking know it.
それをわらわが問う。そなたの名を名乗るがよい。
後ろ宮バトラー。
When faced with the dignity you wouldn't have imagined from her appearance a short while ago, I answered without any hesitation. And from that, yes, I see. I can tell why she's worthy of calling herself the true queen of this island.
よろしい。後ろ宮バトラー。しかしそなたはその後ろ宮の名をこの6年捨てたである。
Maybe.
それはなぜか。
クソ親父に愛想が尽きたからさ。
知っている。父親の再婚がそなたの敬愛する母親の死を冒涜したように感じたからである。なるほど。新しき母はそなたと何の血のつながりもない。そなたがその母を受け入れられぬ気持ちはわからぬでもない。しかし父親が誰と再婚しようともそなたとの血のつながりは変わらぬのではないか。
Yeah, basically.
何が言いて
父親の再婚に反対するという父親を独占したいがゆえのそなたの幼稚も多少の理解はしよう。
I don't think that's the reason, but okay.
しかしそれに反抗するために後ろ宮の名を捨てる家と血に対する冒涜ではないの。そなたは後ろ宮に生まれ育まれてきたのではない。その恩を忘れ後ろ宮の名を捨てる資格がそなたにあったというの。
Yeah, actually.
お前には関係ない。俺と親父の問題だ。
後ろ宮の名はお前と父親だけのものではない。お前は知らぬ女に父親を奪われることを許さず反抗しただけの幼稚だ。後ろ宮家の席を捨て去ったこの6年間そなたが後ろ宮家に泥を塗りし短からぬ年月その罪深きを知るがいい。
幼稚で悪かったな。
What's the point of this test? Where's the questions?
しかし祖父母の死を境とはいえよくぞ後ろ宮に席を戻した。よってその罪を自ら見そぐ機会をそなたに与えよう。今こそそなたも6年前の罪をあがなう時
The deaths of your grandparents. Would the... Is it possible that even she means like Kenzo's died? Like really died?
さあ思い出してごらんなさい。それを思い出し、告白し、懺悔せよ。
What the fuck, am I in church now?
それこそ、わらわがそなたに与えるテストである。
Oh god, where do I fucking begin? It's gonna be a long fucking chat, Beatrice, if I'm gonna confess all my sins. Especially one 6 years ago. At that time, a massive thunderclap rang out, making my mind go blank.
懺悔せよってなんだよ。謝れって言いたいのかよ。
That usually is what repent means.
もうテストは始まっているぞ。そなたの好きに考えるがよ。
The witch's expression did not look like a person forcing a tough question on someone and sneering at them. She was asking seriously, and yet he could even sense a quiet determination. Even though the rain fell on Battler, he did not shift his eyes from that gaze. The witch threw her umbrella away. She abandoned herself to the falling rain, so that the rain would fall on her until Battler answered that question. She had chosen to let the rain fall on her as well until he reached the answer. An answer. For some reason, Battler understood that, and yet he didn't understand.
いや、もうそれを言われりゃ幼稚だったとは思うぜ。何のかんの言ったって親父に育ててもらった恩は親父が再婚したからってチャラになるもんじゃねえ。
I don't think this has anything to do with that, though. Because the way she's acting, it's more personal. It has nothing to do with that.
親父は養育費は常に送り続けてくれたそうだし。
I think that's more just giving a time reference than anything else.
学校の行事にも参加したいと言っててくれたそうだ。それを俺が絶対に来させるなとじいちゃんたちに言ってたから来させなかっただけで。
Oh, on his mother's side. That's what grandparents. Not on the Ushirimiya family side.
確かにそりゃ俺の幼稚な反抗だったとバッサリ言われりゃそれまでだぜ。
But I really don't think this has anything to do with his family. I think this has to do with Beatrice. And only her. Well, maybe not only, but it has to do with her.
いやでもよ、ならよ、おふくろの後ろ宮明日も無念はおふくろはあんなにも献身的に俺たち家族に尽くし頑張ってくれたんだぜ。なのに親父は綺麗さんと浮気もしていた。園児を身ごもらせてさえいた。
Oops.
それで出産に合わせて駆け込むかのように籍を入れたんだ。それがおふくろへの裏切りでなくて何なんだよ。おふくろの無念は誰が晴らすんだよ。だがお前の言う通りでもあるさ。浮気は事実でも俺を育ててくれた恩は確かにあった。ならそれを相殺して俺が家を出ていくというので十分問題ねえじゃねえかよ。そうさ、俺にはおふくろの代わりに親父をぶん殴る権利が、いや義務があったはずなんだぜ。それを俺は許した。何も言わずに出て行って初めから俺なんていなかったことにしてやった。親父も俺のことなんか忘れて綺麗さんや園児と新しい家族を始めた。それで丸く収まってるじゃねえか。
But since then, 6 years had passed. Time healed the anger. Giri understood my anger, and even so, she tried to interact with me, even if it meant tearing her heart apart. Angie didn't know anything about the situation, and even though I lived in a separate house, she was raised believing that I was her real big brother and loved me as if it were true. Dad casually said to come home at any time I wanted.
だんだんバカらしくなってきたんだよ。そろそろ俺も頭を冷やしてもいいかなって思ったんだ。だから俺は 親父が謝ったら全部水に流すと言ってやったんだ。じいちゃんの葬式の日に。そしたらあいつ本当に畳に両手をついて詫びやがったよ。信じらんねえくらいに情けない格好だった。あの格好つけた親父が本気で頭を下げやがったんだぜ。それを見たらなんだかもうバカらしくなっちまった。きっとおふくろもそう思っただろうぜ。おふくろは俺と親父が喧嘩をするといつも笑いながら仲裁してくれて、なんだそんなくだらないことで喧嘩をしていたのと笑ってくれた。俺はおふくろがそう言って笑っているのを感じたんだよ。だから許すとまでは言えなかったけど、もう一度ゼロから始めてもいいかなって思ったんだよ。それで6年前に全てを巻き戻すことにした。それで後宮家に席を戻したんだよ。俺も6年間泣き怒り悩み抜いた。ひょっとするとそれは親父もそうだったろうし、死んだおふくろもそうだったかもしれない。あるいは桐江さんやエンジェもそうだったかもしれない。それは俺たち家族の問題であって、それを罪だと断じる資格はお前にないし、それをお前に懺悔する義務も俺にはない。
Which is why I don't believe it actually is your sin.
もしそれを本当にすべき相手がいたとしたら、それはお前がもう全員殺した。だから俺は何も謝らない。
This is to Beatrice. This isn't in it to anyone else. Or I should say the person that is Beatrice in this case.
懺悔しない。それが俺のこのテストへの答えだ。
それだけか。
何？
Part of me had fully responded to her provocation. And I supposedly vented out all the stuff I'd kept inside my chest, stuff I hadn't wanted to show anyone. That was what the witch had supposedly been expecting, and yet the witch's playing to expression didn't change in the slightest. I've been sure she'd started cackling and gawping, staring at my childish, foolish, and shameful past. But to the contrary, I could feel a sense of disgust about her. Something you could almost call disappointment.
それだけも何も。俺は洗いざらいをぶちまけたぜ。
No, it's because you clearly actually haven't gotten to what she meant.
何が不満なんだよ。
まだ罪の清算が足りん。
This better be a big fucking sin, let's be honest here. You've killed 13 people.
清算？
And if you're just complaining about this, I mean, if we're there's 13 people dead, and we're really complaining about this, and it better be something major.
なんだよ。親父みたいにここに土下座して謝れってのかよ。
Well, you have to acknowledge what you did wrong first.
違う。お前たち家族のお前の家での話になる興味。
Exactly.
ここはどこだ？六軒島だ。後宮本家の本宅である。この場所にふさわしい。そなたの思い出すべき罪があるのではないか。
他に俺に罪があるってのかよ。
思い出す。後宮バトル。そしてそれを思い出せぬことがそなたの罪。だからこそ許そう。それを思い出せたなら許そう。
God damn it, that's making it even harder.
それを思い出すこともそなたへの贖罪のテストである。
What if I don't even feel bad about, you know, no, like whatever my sin was? What if I don't feel bad?
思い出せって言われてもよ。
I got none.
思い出す。だからこそ罪なのだ。
Well, I mean, obviously I don't have anything because there's just no way I would know, right?
悪いがベアと俺には身に覚えがさっぱりだ。
Same.
なんだか6年前の俺がお前に迷惑をかけたみたいな雰囲気だが。
No, it's clearly to do with her. I mean, come on.
俺はお前とは今回の親族会議が初対面のはず。確かにお前の伝説は6年前の当時にも存在していたが、俺との面識は当時にはなかったはずだ。
無論である。6年前の六軒島においてわらわはまだ権限していない。
Okay, the person that becomes Beatrice in that sense. And this is where it's going to get difficult, because there's a distinct, because the argument that I'm going to have is what makes a person a person. Is it their identity? Or is it like, you know, their personality and their sense of brain and all of that, and with a body that makes a person a person? Because materialized, that just means you didn't have a body. You could be a personality, but just hadn't formed yet, really.
同じことを二度言わせるな。わらわは6年前には権限しておらぬ。そなたと面識などあろうはずもない。そなたという世界において存在しないも同じだ。
Beatrice's cold eyes felt as though they were pursuing some kind of sin. At a glance, it felt as though she still hated me for something I'd done to her, and that she blamed me for it. Obviously. However, I naturally didn't have a clue, and Beato had said it herself. 6 years ago, there was no link between us. That's why it has to be between you and a person that later becomes Beatrice. 6 years ago, no person called Beatrice existed for me. Interesting. First use of the red. At least in this game. No person. I like that they added the for me. That's important. Because that almost confirms for me that she is a personality and she was in someone's head. And that she is a personality. Or an idea. Oh my god. No, because she didn't exist. It's you and someone else.
わらわは6年前にはそなたと縁がない。わらわのことはいい加減に考えから外せというの。なぜわらわへの罪だと思うの。
Because you clearly have skin in the game if you're this hard up on it.
お前の姉さん。お前の目がさ、わびろって俺に囁いてくるんだよ。だが俺はお前なんか6年前に縁はねえし、それはお前も認めたはずだ。本当なのか？本当に俺とお前の問題ではないのか？
違うというのに。わらわとそなたの問題など全く関係ない。
だがよ、お前の目がそうだと言ってるんだよ。
And this is one saying it's between the person that becomes Beatrice. It's not Beatrice herself because she didn't exist at that point. 6 years later, or whenever she becomes Beatrice in itself, probably 6 years later, she becomes Beatrice fully.
だから俺にはさっぱりわからねえ。赤で言えるが、お前が思い出すと言っている罪が俺とお前の間のものではないと
She probably will.
宣言できる。
よかろう。
The sin I'm now demanding that you remember is not between Battler and Beatrice.
なぜそんな目で俺を見る？
I already knew where they're going with that, so I already basically wrote that down.
わからぬ。わらわはそなたをこ
You're
うして
not.
淡々と見つめているだけだ。
You're
そ
disappointed.
れをそなたがそう感じるというのなら、それはそなたそう感じる何かがあるのではないか。
Or maybe you're really bad at covering your feelings.
俺に何の罪があるってんだ。
It better be something fucking major.
後ろ宮バトラにも罪がある。
They didn't tell me what it is, what kind it is. That just is a sin.
どんな罪だってんだ。当然叩いたとかごまかしたとか。
I swear to God, if it's something like that, I'll be pissed.
そなたの罪、人が死
This better be a big fucking sin.
嘘つけ。俺は誰も殺してなんかいない。じゃあ言えよ。俺が誰を殺した？
No, you didn't kill anyone. Your sin is the cause. His sin's gonna be what causes this whole thing to happen, isn't it?
いつ誰をどうやって？
You didn't do anything.
そなたの罪によりこの島の人間が大勢死ぬ。誰者がすべて死ぬ。
Jesus. But that has to be a conditional statement. At least with this game board, because Ava did escape. So that one's wrong. At least in that sense. Which also means Battler's gonna die here. I have no... This better be something fucking huge, though. Because there shouldn't be a reason why a trivial sin would lead to the death of a lot of people. No one escapes. That's interesting.
何をわけわかんねえこと言ってんだ。俺がみんなを殺したって言うのかよ。俺は殺人鬼か？
そなたが直接手を下すわけではない。しかしそなたが罪を犯したからこそ6年にもわたる歯車の狂いにて歪みが生じ今夜これだけの人命が失われるのだ。そなたはこの惨劇の原因の一つである。
Good to know. This thing's gotta be huge.
俺が原因だ？じゃあなんだ？俺が6年前に後ろ宮の席を捨てたから
No.
13人が死んだってのか？俺が6年ぶりに後ろ宮家に帰ってきたから13人が死んだってのか？
No, like she said, it had something to do with this island. So something happened on this island
ふざけるな。いい加減にしろ。俺はこの6
6
年
years ago.
最も後ろ宮家から遠ざかっていた男だぜ。その俺が何のどんな影響を与えたってんだ。
Butterfly effect is a bitch.
俺だって好きで親族会議に来たわけじゃねえぞ。6年ぶりによりを戻したからこれまでの期間のけじめってことでしぶしぶと六軒島まで来たんじゃねえか。別に俺は今日ここへ来る義理なんてなかったんだ。
I don't know if that makes it any better.
その俺が帰ってきてそれが理由で惨劇が起こった。
Thank you for giving me some red though. It's nice.
じゃあなんだ。俺が帰ってこなければ誰も死なずに済んだってのか？赤で言えよ。言えるわけねえさ。お前が全ての犯人なんだからな。気象要求後ろ宮バトラがもしも六軒島に戻ってこなかったら
If she does, then you're fucked, buddy.
言えるものなら言ってみろ。言えねえだろ。言えやしないのさ。犯人はお前なんだ。
She's not saying you're the culprit, you dumb fuck.
勝手にその責任を俺になすりつけるんじゃねえ。 答えろよ。苦笑してみろってんだ。できやしない。事件に俺の存在なんか関係ないのさ。
That's just inherently wrong.
わけのわかんねえことを言って俺を混乱させるんじゃねえ。
I began to remember the coldness of the raindrops that kept pounding down. The rain earlier had just heard, but now I felt the tormenting cold from these raindrops.
何思い出すことはないの。
Sorry.
悪いが俺にはさっぱり心当たりがねえ。
You give me a hint?
おい、俺は少しイラつき始めてるんだぜ。言いたいことがあるなら言えよ。俺に恨みがあるなら堂々と言えばいい。思い出せなんていやらしい言い方をするんじゃねえ。
Give me a hint or something.
もう一度聞く。何つまり
You accidentally pushed this old lady down 6 years ago. I mean, what the fuck?
ああ、何にも思い出せねえな。
何も思い出せぬというか。これにて未練は尽きたか。
The fuck?
望みなき賭けも賭けねば未練が残ろう。それでよいのだ。賭けることに意味がある。そうかもしれぬな。
Okay, so we're definitely dealing with someone that has a little bit of an multiple personality disorder, or some form of identity crisis, something along those lines. They have more than one person in their head. Yay.
ならばこれにて
Which is gonna be important.
わらわの未練もゲームもそなたはどうする。
Kill everyone.
さあな、わらわはもう何の興味もない。すまぬがわらわはこれにて。そうか、わかった。後のゲームはわらわが引き継ぐ。そなたは休め。後のことはすべてわらわが終わらせる。そなたはすべてを忘れて枕に顔をうずめよ。羽の布団はそなたをすべてから優しく守ってくれるだろう。後片付けを頼む。任せよ。後のことはすべて任せ。
The witch who had questioned Battler hid herself, and the other witch who had appeared from behind remained. She certainly was identical, the same witch, but her expression was somehow indifferent and ice cold, completely removed from the one who, despite seeming drunk up until then, had been in high spirits.
聞いてるのか。テストとやらもう十分だろ。合格だろうと不合格だろうと、お前の横っ面をぶん殴ってやらなきゃ気が済まねえ。降りてきやがれ。
The witch did not answer. Her eyes were as ice cold as Battler's shoulders. She was now clearly a different person since the time she had first appeared on the balcony. The witch gazed into my eyes and gave 2 small shakes of her head. Even without words, I was able to gather that she was expressing some kind of disappointment. Without saying anything, the witch turned on her heels. After that, only Battler remained, and the cold still beating down on him. The cold rain still beating down on him. The study was in the middle of a lively party. It seemed that Gap was making fun of Virgilia having tripped her up in some stupid way. And they were spitting their nicknames at each other. With this as a sideshow, Kinzo and Ronove had opened a new bottle. He failed miserably. Of fucking course she did.
あやつを小娘小娘とわしは長いこと侮っていたが、これはどうしていやはやなかなか
I still believe I solved the epitaph, so I get precedence over her. Fuck her. It seemed like Kinzo was a dead drunk. Facing Beato, who had returned, he laughed with the same level of tension as the time they'd left for the test. However, Ronave and Virgilia instantly noticed the change in enthusiasm. Gap also froze her expression and went silent.
どうしたベアトリーチェよ、我が最愛の魔女よ。酒が足りぬか、魚が足りぬか。土砂降りを浴びながら牛でも丸焼きにしようか。悪くない。
What?
ロノウェ、早速準備をせよ。ベアトリーチェよ、バトラのテスト結果は後だ。
We already know we failed. Come on.
まずはスペアリブで乾杯といこうではないか。
お前が丸焼きになるがよい。
Oh, well, that's a nice sentiment.
何?
The witch, who had spoken bluntly, coldly passed by Kinzo's side as he doubled over laughing in a grave mood. Then behind the witch's back, the old summoner's body suddenly went up in flames. Ah, that's a reasonable response. As crimson flames spat from his eyes, mouth, and nose, every hole on his body, Kinzo rolled around. Even though it was a terrible hellfire, it didn't burn anything except Kinzo. Kinzo didn't have a clue what was going on. Unable to understand why Beatrice, who had been in such a good mood, had suddenly turned so cold, he rolled around. The dancing silhouettes of the witches and demons created by that massive rolling torch looked like a group of excited spectators around a burning at a stake. However, the eyes of the demons who watched over it were indifferent. Someone's in a bad mood. When Kinzo finally stopped moving, the fire disappeared, leaving a pitch-black corpse. The inside of the room was commanded by the stillness and the sound of the rain. Oh, really? I couldn't tell. Okay. Beatrice's expression was unbelievably indifferent. There was an iciness that might easily bring the others to the same fate as Kinzo, as if they annoyed her. Gab made a jet and black pitfall swallow up Kinzo's cinders. If she hadn't carried them out quickly, Gab might also have been burned. You can even feel that thirst for blood. No, a thirst for blood probably isn't the best way to describe it. Just like humans don't have any particular emotion when they step on an ant while they're walking. That was how much unconsciously and mercilessly Beato, who was now filled with a brutal emptiness that wouldn't hesitate at burying a passerby. I'm not getting in her way. And she's a little upset. Take a gas. Beatrice didn't even answer, and seeing that she even ignored it. But there was a change in Gab. From her feet, a creaking sound rose like thin ice breaking, and in an instant turned Gap into a glass sculpture. Oh great, we're killing magical beings again. I couldn't tell. Beatrice spoke that, in a truly cold voice which could freeze the heart just by hearing it. Bye, fuck that. After bowing, Ronave turned into a cloud of gold butterflies and hid himself. After turning Gap, who had become a sculpture, into a cloud of gold butterflies, Vergili also turned into a cloud, which mixed in with the others and disappeared. I'd be fucking gone. In the study made untidy by drinking, Beatrice stood still alone. Since the time she had returned, her expression hadn't changed in the slightest. However, when she saw the fallen empty wine bottles scattered in cheese plates, her brow furrowed and she looked quite displeased. And when she whispered disappear in that instant, the room was cleaned up in a flash as though nothing had happened. The reception chairs were neatly arranged and there was no wine or cheese. There were no stains or scattered trash either. To the contrary, even the air had frozen. And enough to make one doubt whether a large number of noisy people really had been in this room until a short while ago. The study had returned to silence. In that instant, that silent, frigid study where even the air had frozen, Beatrice stood still. Then she called, muttering,
"バトラ、いるか?"
さっきからいるぜ。何なんだ。一体お前は。
She's a little upset that you can't remember your sin.
さっきから変だぜ。
変に見えるか。それはすまぬ。
あれだけ上機嫌に酒を酌み交わしていたクソジジイをいきなり焼き捨て。お前の友人の悪魔女も、ガラスの彫像、悪魔の執事もお師匠も、消えろの一言でさっさと出てけだ。お前、どんだけ気まぐれでわがままなんだか。
バトラ、もうやめた。
What?
何を。
わらわはもう飽きた。
はあ？そりゃまあ、お前が追っ始めたゲームだぜ。
Well, I might as well beat you then.
飽きてくれて助かるってもんさ。つまるところ、投了ってわけだな。
投了などではない。ただ終わるだけだ。いや、終わりもしない。このままゲームは永遠に放棄されるだけだ。
Well, isn't that wonderful?
そういうのを投了って言うんじゃねえのかよ。いや、飽きて放り出すって言葉がお前にはぴったりだな。
その通りだ。飽きたから放り出す。あとは知らぬ。そのまま放置されて好きに誇りでもかぶればいい。
お前どうしたんだ。なんだかさっきからやりにくいぜ。まださっきのわけのわかんねえテストのことで尾を引いてるのかよ。
Yes.
俺に恨みがあるならはっきり言えばいいじゃねえか。お前は赤で自分とは関係ないなんて言ってみせたが、どうせ言葉遊びだろ。
Yeah, it has to do with her person, but not the personality. It has to do with the person that becomes Beatrice.
俺を恨んでるってな。
お前に恨みなどないと何度言えばわかるの。
Yeah, you totally act like you don't have a grudge.
わらわはそなたが罪を残したその当時に存在しておらぬ。
Whoop-de-damn dude, then why are you acting like it affects you, if it doesn't affect you? As Beato spoke with an offended expression, her face twisted to look even more displeased. Fickle, inconsistent, moody, temperamental, selfish and simple-minded and cruel. But even so, she hadn't shown an expression as strange as this even once but until now.
ま、お前がふっかけてきたゲームだ。俺も決着がつかねえのは残念だが、気が向いたらぜひまた誘ってくれよな。その時は謹んでご辞退させてもらうけどよ。
I'm gonna go hang out with the Seven Sisters of Purgatory while we wait for this game to resume. Hope you don't mind. He intentionally spoke in a mocking tone, but Beato showed no reaction. Battler hung his head and clicked his tongue.
何度も何度も10月4日と5日をぐるぐる過ごしたわけだが、ようやくこれでお役御免だ。これで明後日には船が来る。
No, you're gonna die.
そうさ。 そして船着き場には海猫も戻ってくる。俺はようやく六軒島名物のあのニャーニャーいう鳴き声を聞けるわけだ。何しろ島に来た時は天気のせいか全然いなかったからな。海猫の鳴く頃に全ては終わるってわけだ。
Gotta love the name drops at the end, right?
終わり終わり。
Or at least title drops.
せいぜいすら。
何をそなたは勘違いしておるのか。
You're going to die.
何をだって。
何も終わらぬとわらわは言ったぞ。これにて全ては放置され、ゲームは忘れられ、盤上の駒はそのままに放置され、進みも戻りも取りも取られもしない。勝ちもなく負けもなく引き分けすらもない。ただ放置される。
つまりはおしまいってことだろ。
No, it's not over. It just won't be finished.
違う。わらわの手番に永遠にゲームが止まる。そなたの番は来ぬ。だから勝ちも負けも引き分けもない。
What a boring way to end a game.
かつてのわらわはそなたにそうされるわけにはいかなかった。そなたに勝つという目的があったからだ。
And now you just don't care because of this sin that he can't
し
remember.
かしそれに興味を失った。だからこれ以上手番を進める意味にもう何もない。
俺に手番が来ないというのはどういう意味なんだ。
I thought that Beato getting tired of the game meant I'd be released, and I'd be able to escape Rokenjima, but for some reason Beato's repeated words about the difference between abandoning the game and settling it caught my attention. Just what is she saying, and why the bad mood? At that time, I suddenly heard a voice from behind me. When I turned around, there was someone I thought I might or might not remember from somewhere. A mysterious girl with no light in her eyes was standing there. Hey, Angie.
その子が言っているのは
Never fucking mind.
このゲームが駒をそのままに蓋を閉じられるということ。ゲームは終わらないまま永遠に留め置かれる。
あんたが元の世界へ戻ることのできる唯一の方法はベアトに勝利することだけ。つまりベアトがゲームを放棄しちゃうってことはわかる？
Suddenly in a different place was a girl wearing a bright pink dress. I had a feeling I'd met her somewhere too, but I couldn't remember. More important was the meaning of her words. If the game is abandoned then, huh?
そういうことよ。あなたにもう永遠に勝利してこの世界から抜け出すことができないということ。
Again, if I'm just stuck in the meta world, I mean, there's worse fates that I could have.
さしずめ、あなたを閉じ込めた檻の鍵を鳩の首輪にでもくくりつけて飛ばしてしまうようなものかしら。冗談じゃないわ、ベアト。これでゲームをお開きなんて冗談じゃないわ。
ラムダに同じよ。私はバトルを勝利させ、あなたを敗北させてのたうち回らせるためにやってきたのよ。まだその目的を達していない。こんなところでゲーム放棄されて逃げ出されたんじゃたまらないの。
強羅を失望させるゲームの幕切れとなったことは認めよう。しかしこの茶会のホストたるわらわは何しろ気まぐれ。今日が覚めればもてなす術など知らぬ。もとよりそれがわらわの魔女たるゆえんのはず。何も問題はなかろう。
確かにあなたの競技には反しないわ。
私は認めないわよ。ふざけんじゃないわよ。あんたにどんだけ肩入れしたと思ってんのよ。ここまでお膳立てさせてこれではいおしまい。ふざけんじゃないわよ。
わらわは飽きたと。それ以上も以下もない。
そうはいかないわよ。あんたにはこのゲームを続けてもらうわ。バトラーに勝利したいんでしょ。勝って屈服させたいんでしょ。もう一息じゃないね
え。そこで俺に振るんじゃねえ。ただ俺にも意見はある。言わせてくれ。
何か。
こいつはお前に売られた喧嘩だ。俺はお前とはっきり白黒をつける覚悟がある。何度か屈服しかけたが途中で逃げ出して勝負をうやむやにして逃げるつもりだけはさらさらねえ。俺がここにいて戦う意志を見せている以上逃げるんじゃねえ。ベアトリーチェ。
同感だわ。バトラーを巻き込んでおいて勝ちも負けも与えずに立ち去るなんて無責任にも程がある。
Suddenly even Greta was there, and everyone calling Beato irresponsible.
ほ
I mean, you don't leave in the middle of a game just because you get pissed off.
う。どうやらわらわが無責任だと罵られる最大の理由はバトラが対戦相手としてとどまっているからということらし
He's not gonna be stuck though.
い。ならばバトラ、お前もまたわらわと同様に対戦相手を降りてくれるか。
Fuck that, no.
それでならわらわは批判されることもない。
No.
俺が降りると六軒島を出られるのか。
No.
出られるわけもなかろうが、勝手に誇りを浴びて肩にでも積もらせ。
ふざけないで。なんて無責任な人なの。あんたはこれだけ大勢の人間を殺した。しかも魔女の力によって何度も何度もむごたらしい殺し方で、その責任を取らず逃げ出すなんて絶対に許せ。
責任。ほう。わらわはどのようにしてその責任とやらを取ればいいのか。
決着をつけるまで戦いなさい。バトラーは正面の席に座り、あなたに打ち勝つまで決して諦めずに戦う。だからあなたも任されるまで戦いなさい。それが嫌ならバトラーを任せてみせなさい。許さない。全てをうやむやにして永遠に閉じ込めて返さないなんて許さない。
グレーテル。
To be perfectly honest, I didn't really understand from what standpoint Greta was trying to save me. But in her words, I could feel a strong determination to save me from this insane game world no matter what. So I responded in
ベア
kind.
ト、こっちを向け。俺はここにいる。お前の正面のライバルの席だ。わかるな。俺がここに座り続ける限りお前に逃げはだから逃げるな。戦え。お前が始めた戦いだろうが、これだけ何度も何度も上等を決めやがってすっちゃかめっちゃかにやってくれたんだ。今さら飽きたで終わらせられるかよ。俺はお前の対戦相手だ。俺がここにある限り逃げるなんて許さねえぞ。聞いてるのか、この無責任魔女め。なんとか言ってみろってんだ。
After I yelled at her, Beato went silent for a while. Whether my words had reached her or whether she was thinking about something completely different, I couldn't tell. But for a while she was silent, gazing at me with an expression I could read no emotion from, and when she realized that I had noticed, she averted her gaze. Then she turned back to me and said this.
バトラが対戦相手をやめてくれぬ以上、このゲームを放棄することは認められぬと。
I don't acknowledge it.
今日らならば問おう。そもそもそこにいる男にわらわの対戦相手たる資格があるのかどうか。
Been qualified this entire time.
資格？
当然。さっきのテストとやらのことだぜ。
何をする
あんたまさか。
これより そなたにわらわの対戦相手たる資格があるかどうか、それをと良いかバトル。その資格が認められればわらわは席にとどまりゲームを続けよう。
Okay.
そして勝敗の決着がつくまで永遠に戦い続けることを約束しよう。
I've already been your opponent this entire time, so why would the qualifications change?
俺にはもとよりその覚悟はあるぜ。
しかしその資格がなかったならそなたは消えよ。対戦相手が消えればゲームもない。
God, you're really pissed off about this whole this whole thing.
わらわは堂々とここを立ち去れる。今日らもよろしいか。口出しは無用。
どうぞお好きなように。
バトラー、あんたしっかり答えるのよ。
Obviously.
資格があるからこそ俺はここにいるんだろう。
Yeah, I've been qualified this entire time.
何も怯えることなんざねえぜ。
まさか。
Gretel grew suddenly pale. I thought her to be calm, collected, the calm collective type, so that expression surprised me.
それではバトル、赤で復唱してもらおう。
Okay.
俺に副賞要求ってか。俺のお箱を奪いやがって。しかし赤き真実って俺でもどうやるんだ。
そうだと念じればできるわよ。
Awesome.
簡単よ。
俺の名は後ろ宮バトラ。
Oh, there you go. This isn't gonna get confusing at all.
おお、こりゃ面白えや。
やめて。あんたの狙いは読めてるわ。でもそれはやめて。
Why?
彼は
When Gretel yelled, Beato glared at her. Then her form was wiped away in an instant.
うるさい。そなたはしばらく席を外せ。
Okay, so this is a trap. I wouldn't speak anything in red.
今日らもであるぞ。口出しをするなら容赦せよ。
邪魔はしない。どうぞ
ベル、まずいでしょうが。あいつ消す気よ、バトラを。
Obviously. I won't let her
なんだ
though.
あいつ何を企んでやがる。
それでは資格を問うぞ。面白いな。普段のゲームは攻守が逆になる。これは最後の最後でとても貴重な体験。よいか。心してまずは聞け。まずはわらわが赤で語る。
Okay.
わらわは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチ。
Whoop-de-doo. What is she trying to get at, though?
そして後ろ宮金蔵の魔女後ろ宮バトラと戦うためにこのゲームを開催した。
Okay. This is... I really don't know what she's trying to get at.
そんなことは知ってるぜ。だからなんだ。
副将要求後ろ宮バトラの母後ろ宮アスムである。
ああ、そこでなんでお袋の名が出てくるんだよ。
Why? I don't like where this is going. Why? Why does that matter at all? Like, at all?
無駄口はいらぬ。
No, 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 no. You... I can be selective in the red I use. Why are you bringing this up?
ただ赤で副将せよ。
No. Beato urged me with the same indifferent tone. No, I don't. I refuse to. I refuse to answer this next question until I get a reason of why she's being brought into this. If she's gonna try and say like, oh, he's a bastard child or whatever, not the son of Asumu, it shouldn't matter. As long as he's the son of Rudolph, he's still a Ushiromiyo. That's all that matters. But I don't have any clue what she's trying to do. I have absolutely nothing to feel guilty for that. For that would trouble me if thrown in my face. There's nothing that I'm hiding. It's a two-edged sword, that's why I wouldn't answer it. There's nothing that could trouble me by demanding that I repeat it. So why something like this? I don't like where this is going. As long as his father is Rudolph, though, it doesn't matter. And that's why I don't see where this is going. Because that's the only thing I can see this route going. That she's gonna say like, oh, she's actually not your mother. And then he can't be the opponent. But it shouldn't matter because, again, he's the son of Rudolph. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, bitch. I already fucking did that. Again, see, this is where she's trying to do that, because then she's going to strike and say that Asumu is not the mother of Battler. Thus, he's not Battler. That's where this is going, but again, it doesn't matter. Battler, you're stupid. You're falling into this trap. Because there's no other reason to be doing this. See, that's where it's different. Saying the switching with you now. At that time, my throat suddenly closed. I was rapidly assaulted with a choking suffocation. What's going on? One more time. Or is it that he actually isn't Battler? That would be fucking hilarious, by the way. Because then I can say, oh wow, Rosa was right and I was right in the very fucking beginning. Because wouldn't that be fucking funny, right? Because I semi-agreed with Rosa's reasoning that, hey, it's been 6 years, I don't know if that actually is Battler. My mom is Ushiromiya Asumu, right? Why can't I say that fact in red? Maybe you're not. Why can't I say that fact in red? What's going on? This is gah.
がない場合勝利では参るぞ。
Oh, hello.
以上の負傷要求並びに負傷拒否わらわはそなたに対戦相手の資格がないことを宣言する。
Say it in red that I am the son of Rudolph. Done.
なぜならベアトリーチ
Because then I'm still the grandson of Kinzo with the name of Battler.
後宮金蔵の孫である後宮バトラと戦うためゲームをよって対戦相手であるそなた後宮金蔵の孫である後宮バトラであることを赤で宣言する義務が生じる。それに対する負傷そなたは拒否した。これは資格の喪失を意味するものである。
The fuck?
赤でそれの何かを否定するのよ。早く。
Again, I already have my statement that it's the I'm the son of Rudolph. That's all you have to say, because then I'm still the grandson of Kinzo.
ああ俺は後宮バトラだ。それを赤で負傷できている以上俺はお前の対戦相手のはずだぜ。
そなたが後宮バトラの名を持つことは事実である。人命は独占されたものではない。複数の人間が後宮バトラを名に持つことは可能である。すなわちこういうこと。そなたは後宮アスムの後宮バトラ同姓同名の別人である。
That's fine though, because if you're still the son of Rudolph, named Battler, it doesn't matter.
なんだとバカなこと言うんじゃねえ。俺はおふくろの子だぞ。後宮アスムの子だ。俺は後宮アスムから畜生。なぜだ。なぜ俺がおふくろから生まれたと言えないんだ。こんなバカなことがあるというのか。
苦しむことはない。わらわは遊ばぬ。これにチェックメイト。そなたは後宮アスムの息子ではない。
But am I the son of Rudolph? What?
そんな。
そなたは誰。後宮バトラーを名乗る何者なの。
ちょっと待てよ。後宮バトラだ。俺は後宮アスムから生まれた親父とおふくろの息子だ。
いいえ。わらわの対戦相手から後宮バトラーであるはずがない。その証拠は
証拠だと。
そなた6年前の罪知らない。
Oh, go fucking shove it. Oh my god, get over the fact that I don't remember it. Holy shit.
真の後ろ宮バトラーの罪など犯さない。だが結果的に罪を犯し6年の月日が空白になった。
Yeah, sorry it happened, but shit happens.
当時何も知らぬ男が後ろ宮バトラーを名乗り六軒島その真相をこう
6 years ago, my opponent, the true Uchirimiya battler, was dead. And you were part of a plot by Rudolph having something to do with distribution of the inheritance. A body double set up in Uchirimiya battler's place.
そんなバカなことがあるのか。そんなバカなことが。
バトラしっかりしなさい。
言い返せないので仕方がないわ。
But if you're the son of Rudolph, you're still a battler, though. I mean, it's not. What this is going at, that he's not actually battler. If that is the case, well, Rosa's right, and I'll take that to the fucking bank and just say, hey, look, Rosa's still right. But I don't know. Fuck. I don't know who would be them. I don't see. I don't know who would do it though. I really don't. I don't know what the point of not having a real battler there would do.
バトルのその仕掛けをね。そういうこと。
ベル、それでいいの？それを認めちゃったらあんたも負けちゃうのよ。
あんたが勝っちゃうんでしょう。なんでバトルの肩を持ってる？
She wanted a tie.
残念、バトル。あなたはベアトリーチェの対戦相手たる資格がなかった。私のうかつだと資格のない駒に貼ってたなんて。私の完封だわ、ベアトリーチェ。
負けも勝ちもない。ただ対戦相手が消えるだけ。元からいなかったという。
じゃあよ。俺は誰なんだよ。
You're battler, but you're not born of Asuma.
俺は親父やおふくろの子じゃ
You're not Asumu's child.
ないのかよ。
You're probably still your father's child, which is what I'd argue.
なんなんだ。
Or when she asks, like, oh, repeat that battler's mother is Asumu. I'll repeat that battler's father is Rudolph. That's actually what I would have repeated instead. Just to give a middle finger to her. Because it's the same thing.
そう言い出すのかよ。
それならば金蔵の血は引いていないことに。
But if I'm from Rudolph, then I would.
いずれにせよ、そなたにこのゲームの対戦資格はない。
Battler, come on, fucking fight back here. You don't inherit the bloodline from your mother. You would inherit it from your father as well.
バカな。
I mean, to be fair, he is kind of being told that, hey, your mother's actually not really your mother.
もともとそなたの後ろにはバトラでないからです。だから問わねばならない。本当のバトラなら知っていることを聞かねばならなかった。残念。そなたがひょっとしたら本当に後ろ宮バトラであるかもしれない。
Again, this sin better be something ungodly massive.
わらわ成長分の1の奇跡にかけ
If she's this bent out of shape over it.
だがやはりそなたは同姓同名の別人だ。
Bit by bit, Balor's form began to be clouded in darkness. No, maybe it was the other way around. The whole world was clouded in darkness, leaving only Balor. Balor was down on all fours, hanging his head and repeatedly questioning himself. However, he was not given an answer. In a world stained with darkness, Beato spoke something and Lambda Delta ran up to him, yelling something very quickly. But it already seemed very far away and it didn't reach Balor's ears. Then he, not knowing who he himself was, erased himself.
これで対戦相手は消えたな。それではこれで。わらは今日らも旅支度を整えられるがよい。
God, you really are hung up over this thing.
我が領地にてもう何も催しは予定されていない。それではごきげんよう。
Without saying anything more, she clouded her own form in darkness as well and disappeared.
あんたこれでいいわけ？バトラ消えちゃったわよ。負けず嫌いのあんたがこの結末でいいわけ？
No, not really.
あんたは私の負けに張ってたんでしょ。
She wanted an eternal die.
なら万々歳じゃない。おめでとう、ラムダ。じゃあまたどこかの世界で会いましょう。まあ無限のかけら世界のこと。どこかでまたご縁がある確率はそれこそ1000兆分の1よりも少ないでしょうけれど。
Okay, I'm confident that the last part of what the epitaph was is secure because my god, they keep hitting me over the head with that one.
じゃあね、楽しかったわ。バイバイ。
Chasing after Burn, who had disappeared first, Lambda Delta disappeared as well. After that, everyone was gone and the study was now completely empty. It returned to silence, almost as though no one had been there from the outside. No one was here in the first place. The silent study spoke that wordlessly, and the sound of the wind and rain began to fill the room bit by bit. In a world where everything had sunk into darkness, Beato questioned herself.
やはり魔法は初めからマリアージュ・ソルシエールの中だけで使うべきであった。
そうだね。マリアもエンジェの時にそう思ったよ。
魔女同盟はわらわとそなた、その二人で始めた。他のものを混ぜようというのが
こんなにも楽しいからマリアたちはその輪に親しい誰かを加えたかったよね。そうして 魔女同盟がどこまでも大きくなって、みんなで楽しく魔法が使えて幸せになれたらと願った。
魔法を理解できるのはやはりわらわとそなたの二人だけだった。
私たちは奇跡が巡り合わせたこの世界でたった二人しかいない魔女なんだよ。マリアはもうベアとさえいれば他には誰もいらないよ。
わらわもだ。そなたさえいればもう誰もいらない。
マリアージュ・ソルシエールは結成したもう完成していたんだよ。
そう、あれはまさにそうだよね。
It was once a witch's alliance to make everyone happy together with magic. I wonder when it got so screwed up. What did I want to do when I started this game? I can't really remember even that. No, I may remember, but that's a feeling I now wish to throw away from the far side of oblivion.
いいよ。何もかも忘れてしまおう。二人だけのマリアージュ・ソルシエール。私たちは互いを認め合う。そして誰にも傷つけられない。だからもう傷つかない。泣かない。すべて忘れよう。ね、ベアと私たちは永遠だよ。
マリア。
Hmm.